As the new De Young Museum in Golden Gate Park neared completion, several world-renowned artists were commissioned to create and install new works for the site. Among them, British sculptor Andy Goldsworthy. His piece, entitled Fault Line, fills the courtyard just inside the main entrance. Goldsworthy is best known for ephemeral works, many built to last just long enough to photograph.
Well, the stones that I'm using are from Yorkshire, which is an Appleton Greenmoor sandstone. That's its full name. Yorkshire is where I was brought up, and the idea of a bit of Yorkshire coming to San Francisco was a little bit like a small part of me going to San Francisco.
This is how they build a Rome, one piece at a time, right?
Yeah. I've got a great crew here. I've got a fabulous guy called Bernie that's is the stone setter, and his crew. And just marvellous to work with, you know. And I've never set pavers before, so it's not my job. I'm the guy who hits them. And you can imagine, for them, their whole remit is you don't break stone, They don't break stone, and here this guy comes in and starts loving the thing that they hate, the crack. And that's what art's about, isn't it? It just looks at things totally from the other perspective. It makes you see things in a different way that you would normally.
Goldsworthy's piece will draw visitors into the museum along a series of fissures that curve and zigzag across the courtyard, cleaving rough-hewn boulders of the same stone as the pavers that surround them.
I was talking possibly the need for some benches of some kind, so that was how I thought, well, let's put some stones there from the quarry, and then I realised that take it a step further and actually integrate those into the line on the floor, so wherever a big stone meets the line, the crack runs through it, so it is all an integral, joined work. Obviously, cracks have reoccurred in my art for a long, long time. There are forms of particular fascination for me. They are forms that lead me into the stone. They're like windows, entrances into the stone. It releases something of the energy of the stone when you break it. And all of these things take on greater significance, obviously, in California. The fact that this museum is being built because the earthquakes rendered the old building unsafe. So to just kind of bring this gentle reminder of that slight threat, to the place is, I think, appropriate. It took me quite a while to learn how to break the stones in a way that would produce a crack that had a kind of energy to it. And eventually I found the best way to do it was to hit the stone from behind with a hammer. The energy of the blow imparted energy to the crack. There are a lot of unknowns. It is an unpredictable piece. Unpredictability is part of its nature. Every time I hit a stone, it's like my heart's a little bit in my mouth, and sometimes I have a run of bad hits and I create this pile of debris which really upsets me. A reject, do you think?
Yes, I guess it is. See this little thing right here?
I know.
In here?
Yeah, that's a reject. So put it on
there.
It might appear to be the simplest of things, just a crack in the pavement, but the level of effort, the huge amount of effort is put into making that line appear effortless in the way that it runs through this place. It's enormous. There's a lot to be resolved in it, but I can feel, this last two days, this glimpse of the work beginning to come alive.